Padiush, I'm telling you hi in one of the Zapotec languages. There are around 43 Zapotec languages because Zapotec languages are not one single language, but actually a huge family. So I would like to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is personal pronouns. And well, let's get started. I have um, I have been thinking about this topic for a couple of hours, and I think it's a very interesting topic. For instance, we have the verb to eat, but first of all, before working with the conjugations, I need you to understand that we don't have an infinitive form. And not only in Zapotec languages, but also in Mixtec languages and some other Mesoamerican languages, because the infinitive is, what is an infinitive? The infinitive is basically the no conjugated form of the verb. But it doesn't really make sense in Mesoamerican languages because when you use a verb, you have to conjugate it in a particular aspect, mood, or tense. That's why infinitives do not exist in Mesoamerican languages. In my opinion, this is very logical. We shouldn't really have infinitive verbs because, as I said, when you use a verb, you conjugate it. There's always a person behind. So, all right, so let's get started. We have, first of all, the pronoun neda, which is I, neda rawa, which is I eat. Neda rawa, I eat. And then we have li ragu, which is you eat. And then we have a very interesting part of the grammar. We have, first of all, le rawe. Le rawe, meaning he eats. But this is a he when this person lives with another person. This is impossible to convert in many European languages. And when you start living with a person, and it's not about sex, but actually it's about living with someone, then you need to have that specific pronoun, which is le, referring to a male person. Then we have lanu ragunu, which is she eats. But again, this is used for women who are living with another person. Then we have lave ragube. This is used for young people. It can be, men or women. Then we have lava raguba, which is for animals. And finally, we have lei ragu, which is used for indefinite things, or neutral, or things, or we can also use it for when you are talking about God. In those cases, we tend to use that one. All right, so now we have the plural forms. We have, for instance, reu, raguro, raguro, or raguru, which is we, but this is actually inclusive. This is similar to Chinese and some other languages. Not European as far as I remember, at least not to the Slavic, Romance, and Germanic languages I know. But this is basically when you are talking with someone and this person is included in that pronoun because something happened and the other person, the listener and the speaker have that experience. They share that experience. But if you are not considering the other person to be part of the story because the other person was not involved, then we use neto raguto, or neto raguto, which is we, but in this case, exclusive, we call it. Yes, because in this case, you as a listener do not belong to this conversation. Now, the plural for li Just have to organize this. The plural for li is, in this case, nubile or nubi, just nubi. And ragule would be the conjugation to say you eat. Then we have the pronoun lake, which is the plural for le. Lake raguke. Lake raguke, like he eats. But this is used for men who are living with other people. Not necessarily married, but as long as you live with someone else as a partner, as a couple in a relationship, then this is a pronoun you use, or people use that pronoun to refer to you. The plural for lano is lakanu, and the conjugation would be lakanu ragakanu. Like they eat. In this case, women living with another, or living with other people, better said. And then we have the plural for lave. Remember, lave is used for young people, but in plural for lakabe, ragukabe, used for young people. Then lava raguba, which is used for animals in singular, in plural is lakaba, lakaba ragukaba, like they eat. Used for animals, as I said, and the plural for lake will be leiki raguka, like he or she or it eats. Used for indefinite or neutral, or when we are talking about the concept of God. Yeah. I love this grammar because this is much more accurate. I don't like to compare languages, but this is just wonderful. I really like the way it works. There's a similar case with mixed languages, and it's just awesome. It's just awesome. The way it works, because I don't know. I never expected that when I started learning that language, but it's just great, in my opinion, to have all these conjugations. All right, Bob, that's all I have for you today. It's a brief video, but hopefully you like it. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Kananta ba.